Okay, we're back after charging the battery up a little bit. Covered the pipe, that stuff, the Paris Island Marine Bulldog. Love the knife. It's just a cheap, made in Mexico. It's got a little age to it. Love the knuckle guard. Similar knife, sold on eBay just recently, $100. Bought this from a pawn shop, $5. Guy had 20 on it. He's like, I just want to get rid of it. It's not what I thought it was. Give me $5. So I've been going to pawn shops lately, and surprisingly, I like this stuff. Gotta do some searching, but there's good stuff to be found. My son Nathan got himself a dummy grenade, deactivated a 45 magazine pouch from 1951, and a cool picture of a plane. That's a Spitfire looking out from a German plane. I don't know if it's a, looks like it was cut out from a book or something, but got all this for $5. The cranes, got to do a little research on. It might be a really good piece. It's really well done. It's a limited edition, number 11 out of 446. Rosenthal. Try to turn this around here. Rosenthal, Tread, Netter. But like I said, really well done. Lots of individual pieces here. Has a little movement to it. That was 25. Gotta look that up. Little Bear, thought it might have been a Stife, but I don't think he is. No button in the ear or anything. But nice old jointed bear, original price tag of $30. Got him for $5. The bank is neat. Put the penny in. The monkey tips its cap. It's a Chen and Company, and he was $10. Not sure what he'll bring. Really love the porcelain piece. Paid $25 for her. Made by Gerald Porcelain, Bavaria. Just really well done, perfect condition. A piece like this, always got to check the fingers, because almost always the fingers are broken off. One time I bought a piece, made sure to check all the fingers and toes, got it home, and the head was broken off. So, some always look for, but it's perfect. And from what I've seen, I think I can get $100 for that. It's a good quality piece. Very unusual piece here. It's from the SS Captain H. Downing christening. It's a piece of, it's a crystal eagle on a big, heavy oak base, and I just can't imagine they gave too many of these out. Gotta do some research, but really not that long ago, 21 years ago. So I imagine that ship is still in service. It'd be interesting to look into. And once again, no chips. Could be a very good piece. Paid $35 for that, but that could be a real sleeper. The Indian 2, gotta look it up. Is that an S or an A? Anonia collection. Cool piece. 25 on that. The sketchbook was 15, unsigned. Don't know who it was, but they had pretty good talent. Really looks like it's from the looks of the paper. It's a little got some age on it too. So The guy I bought it from was like, I'll sell it to you for 15, but you got to promise me that you're going to keep them all together. So I promised him I'd keep them all together. I was planning on keeping them together anyway. These are pretty cool. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Modeled in Castile soap, painted with harmless vegetable color. Looks like from the early 40s, but that is just, they're so cool. I mean, how many of these survived over the years? Got these from a dealer. She had 60 on them. She said she'd be willing to take 30, so I gave 30. I found some on Worth Point that went for like 100. Not sure what they'll bring. Obviously need a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs collectors, but at least they're all there. You know, anytime there's something with the Seven Dwarfs, it's always one or two missing, it seems, but they're all there. They survived this long. Another huge knife buy. Check it out. Bought this entire lot for $300. May sound like a lot, I know, and but that's going to come back to me in multiples. Let me show you, for instance, this one here. I don't even know how you say it. Okapi. Neat little ratchet system to hold the blade open. Here's one on Worth Point, and went for 180 bucks. That's the highest price one. But you can see it's not exactly pristine condition either. So even if I get 150 for this, that's half my money on the entire lot. This would have been a really good one. A Puma Whitetail Hunter, $63.99. One of the guys love this knife. It's a shame I don't have the original sheath for it. But even in this condition, with a broken guard, missing a sheath, it's probably a $75 knife. The sheath doesn't go to the knife. It's a nice old Western. Not sure what that'll bring. It's probably somewhere around 30, 40. Another one. This is where the sheath doesn't match the knife. This is a Edge brand sheath, which will probably sell separate. And this is that's a good one. That's a Marbles knife. Nice collectible. Over here we got a Olsen. Love the way somebody carried that a lot to get that leather like that. Yeah, it's an Olsen. Take a look at how they connected the handle to the pommel and the guard. Pretty neat, interlocking it like that. Bunch of chef knives. Here's a this is probably a really good one. Wusthof, antique Wusthof knife. That'll bring good money. There's a case. Cumberland Cutlery Company, Nashville, Tennessee, and France. So I guess one part was made in Tennessee and one part was made in France. Just an unmarked knife, but like a trade knife or something, maybe a butcher knife for get the point on there for tenderizing. Folding knife, marked elbows. Nice heavy knife here. Pick Bowie style knife. It's probably a $50, $60 knife there. Camillus folder. That's probably a $35 knife there. Really long chef knife. Dexter, good name. Love the dagger. Africa, 1943. Somebody wrote on there. Gary, Africa, 1943. Just a cool looking knife. Definitely got a story in it somewhere. Handcuffs. JP. Not sure what they'll bring. This set is a Peerless. Love the holder for it, sectioned off. And this set is not sure what that is. Saw it on there somewhere. There it is. Star brand. Handcuffs always do well, especially old ones. Love the Boker pocket knife called Old Stag. A pair of leg irons, or I guess old pair of handcuffs, a little small for leg irons. A little unsure about these. I know they reproduce these things like crazy, but they're not as rough as what I normally see, so thinking that they got a shot at being real. Love the knife. It looks like it's English to me, like English military. It's got the arrow mark on there, 1944 watts. It's got the spike over here for undoing knots, like a sailor's knife, a Boy Scout knife. So there you go. By the time I piece this out, it's going to be a great, nice little profit. $10 on the girl. Says the title of this is Vanity Fair. Love the photograph. This is, what's her name? Ann Pennington. She was a dancer in the Ziegfeld Follies back in the 1910s, 1920s. Beautiful lady. Stopped in at a antique shop, and they had a 75% off sticker, 75% off sale. They're getting ready to move. Couldn't really, how can you pass up that? So, Astrodome, why would you make a frying pan with the Astrodome in it? I have no idea. They had 15 on it, got it for $5. The Westclox lapel watch. Love it. Still got the original case. I had 20 on that. Got that for like 75% of that, like $7. 3/4 of a box of ammo. I got that for like $5, and a whole bag of rings at $5, hoping that there's something halfway decent in there. The oh, what'd you get, Nathan?
Creek chub.
A creek chub. You catch that down in the stream?
Yeah.
You've been feeding that guy.
Yeah.
All right, go throw it back.
Okay.
Maybe you catch him again. I didn't think he'd catch anything. Boy loves fishing. Binoculars. The prices for these are all over the place, but what makes them is that they're U.S. Navy ship's binoculars, Mark 32. I've seen these go for as much as $300–400. I think a more realistic price is around $200. Got to do some more research. Older pair here, the SARD Mark 21 U.S. Navy binoculars. Missing the eye pieces. They had like eye cups on them. I think that's still $150 piece, $150. They were like $30 a piece. Love the clock. Sessions, electric. It works. Just a like a Art Nouveau look. 3D. Can't really see, but they're 3D pictures. That was $5 for a pair. And the big deal, which might be one of the best deals of the year. Let me start off. Okay, this and this, $1,500. I know, it's a lot of money. But half a box is about, I don't know, about 40 nudist magazines in here. Now, from like the 1960s. And some of these bring like 50 bucks, 50, 60 bucks a piece. It's volume 1, number 1. So we'll list those. That last album I got, paid $75 for. So far I've sold around $1,300 worth of pictures out of it. By the time I get done selling everything, I'm probably looking at around $1,400 or so, $1,400, $1,500 once I get everything sold, and that cost me $75. So I have 14 albums here. Not all, some of them are, most of them are smaller than the ones I just had, but this is a ton of work right here, separating and photographing, listing. These are some of the few that I can actually show you. These alone, these are French dancing girls. Marguerite Clark. These go for like 15, 20 bucks a piece. All the other photos we'll break into groups and put those on, and hopefully be several $1,000s worth of stuff here. But time will tell. I'm anxious to get them on and see what happens. So there you go. Keep an eye on my store, Terminal 99 on eBay, which is where most of the stuff will be appearing over the next week or two. So till next time, this is Will the Yard Sale Survivalist. We'll talk again soon.